Today we're unpacking something really powerful, maybe a bit counterintuitive, for learning faster and making knowledge stick.
We are. It's called retrieval practice.
Retrieval practice. And, we've probably all done this, spent ages rereading notes, maybe flipping through slides, feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, that sense of, oh, okay, I've got this.
Exactly. But then maybe the next day or in that meeting, you try to recall it and poof, it's gone. Or fuzzy at best.
Uh-huh. That's the trap. That passive rereading, it feels productive, but the sources are clear. It creates what they call an illusion of fluency.
Illusion of fluency. Okay, so it feels easy, feels familiar, but the actual memory, it's weak.
Dangerously weak, yeah.
Yeah.
You recognize the material when you see it again, but you can't actually generate it yourself. That's the key difference.
So that feeling of ease is actually a warning sign.
Exactly.
Well, that's pretty much the opposite of what you'd expect.
It really is. So the big shift we need to make, according to the research, like the work by Roediger and Carpacay.
Okay, the key researchers here.
Right. Their work shows the power isn't in passively putting information in your head. It's in actively, sometimes effortfully, pulling it out.
Pulling it out. So like testing yourself.
Precisely. That's why it's also called the testing effect. Retrieval practice is the act of recalling. The testing effect is the result, much stronger memory.
Okay, got it. Action and result. But why does struggling to remember work better than just smoothly reviewing? It feels harder.
It is harder. And that difficulty is actually the mechanism. Think about it biologically.
Okay.
When you force your brain to retrieve something, especially if it's a bit difficult, you're strengthening the neural pathways for that information.
Like forging a path.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
The first time, it's tough going. You're hacking through the undergrowth. But each time you force yourself down that same path, it gets clearer, easier to travel, more established, more durable. That effort makes the memory more resilient against forgetting later on.
So the struggle itself builds the memory structure, makes it tougher?
Pretty much, yeah. It makes the knowledge stick.
All right, so if that effort, that struggle is what we need, how do we actually do this? What does retrieval practice look like in action?
Well, the goal is to design tasks that force that recall. You want to make sure knowledge isn't just sitting there passively, but is deeply embedded and accessible.
Accessible when you actually need it, not just when you're looking at the notes.
Exactly. So forget easy recognition tasks like simple multiple choice where the answer's right in front of you.
Right, okay, so what kind of tasks do work?
Think about things that require you to generate the information from scratch. The sources give some great examples.
Like what?
Okay, first, summarizing a concept. Not picking a summary, but actually writing or saying in your own words what something means. From a blank slate, mentally speaking.
Okay, that sounds hard. You have to really understand it.
You do. Second example, explaining a cause. So not just knowing that something happens, but articulating the step-by-step logic of why, connecting the dots yourself.
The why behind it. That forces deeper processing.
Definitely. And the third type is about application.
Making it functional.
Yes. Things like applying a formula you've learned to a new problem, or using a concept in a simulation or a case study. Crucially, without looking back at the source material.
So you're forced to use it, adapt it under pressure, just like in the real world?
Precisely. That friction, that active use, ensures the knowledge isn't just theoretical clutter. It becomes a tool you can actually wield.
It sounds like it makes the learning process maybe less comfortable in the moment.
Oh, for sure. Less comfortable, more effortful.
But the payoff is knowledge that actually sticks, that's usable and durable. You move from just feeling like you know it to actually knowing it.
That's the core takeaway. Real memory strength doesn't come from the comfort of passive review. It's forged in the necessary friction of actively recalling information. The effort pays off.